Okay, young lady, if you would, please. Would you tell me your name?
Mary Elizabeth Ard,
Mary, where'd you grow up?
Gastonia, North Carolina.
You married? You got kids?
I'm divorced. I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids. One's deceased. And I have a bunch of grandbabies and one on the way.
Tell me about your grandbabies.
Oh, they are wonderful. I think about them every day. I miss them. Even though I can't see them, I miss them. But my granddaughter, she's 3. I love her so much and I miss her so much. That's my heart, and my daughter-in-law won't let me see her.
How come she won't let you see them?
She's that's the way she wants to be.
Do they live locally?
My granddaughter lives in Kings Mountain with her mama and my son.
About 20, 25 minutes up the road.
Right there, housing authority apartments.
Right.
But my daughter-in-law won't let me see her because she's been a BITCH, and
You got brothers and sisters?
I'm the only child my mom has. My mom is deceased. She's going to be with my grandmother and Jesus up there in heaven, and her grandson.
Were you loved as a child?
I was abused as a child, as an only child that my mom and dad had. I was abused growing up. I never got to go to the beach, movies, skating, anything with none of my cousins. I was always told I had to stay home. I was told no, I couldn't go here, couldn't go there. And growing up, it was a hard life. It was a hard life. My family literally beat me to death. Where I went to school one day and they told me to dress out PE. I said no. I went to my homeroom class. My teacher said, "Mary, what are you doing in class?" I said, "I wasn't dressed out for PE." I took her to the bathroom and I pulled my pants down to my ankles and I showed her. I was beat with a hickory with thorns that long. I had gashes in my legs that long and that deep. And the school called DSS out. DSS took pictures back then. They didn't do nothing. My grandma told them, when you leave again, she's going to get the same treatment. They beat me again. The next time they put me in hot salt water with gashes cut open where they beat me. Didn't take me to the hospital, them sewed up or nothing. By the time I got out of the water, it was blood red.
Do you know why your parents did that? What would push them? What would?
It was my grandmother and my uncles that done that. Because of who my mama married. My mom married a man that raped me at the age of 14. And he tells me, "I want you to marry me and have my kids." Until this day, that man's in hell, burning. I forgave him, but he said, "I'm proud of what I did. I ain't asked your forgiveness." And when he raped me and told me at the age of 14, "You tell anybody, I'll come and kill you." And I got mistreated as a child for who my daddy was. And my family don't have nothing. My whole family lives here in Gastonia. They don't have nothing to do with me. They don't. If they see me on the road, they don't say. They don't stop. And my family don't care. I have nobody. I'm by myself. And I love my family with all my heart, but they hate me. I can't call none of them. They tell me, "Don't call." They block me from calling. So if anything happens to me, they're not to be notified. They're not to be contacted. Only my son or my daughter is to be contacted. My daughter lives in Kannapolis. She won't even come and see me. My son lives in Kings Mountain. I call him every once in a while. He's got my number. He don't even call. My daughter don't even call. So if anything happens to me, I don't know what to do.
No, you know we love you.
And this is my family right here, Pastor Moses and Pastor Monica and Pastor Robert. You're my family, and Miss Diane is my family because I had no one but y'all. And what brought me here? What brought me here is I was at my ex-boyfriend's and his brother's home at his mom and dad. His mom left him when she passed. I was in the bedroom one day. I went in the kitchen. I grabbed a bottle of, what was it? Benadryl. I took every bit of them pills. I took the whole bottle of Benadryl. It makes you sleep. It stops itching. It was 3 handfuls. I took 3 handfuls and put every one of them in my mouth. Sitting on the bed, packing my stuff. God said, get up. I got something for you. I got up. God said, go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, and it just all come up. He said, now, my child, get your bags and walk out. I walked out, walked up down Silver Highway. A man picked me up, brought me to QT on 321, and I walked around the gas station, and I'm like, God, help me, please help me find somewhere to stay. I can't sleep on the sidewalk, can't sleep on a ridge, so please lead me to the right direction. I was sitting at Napa on the bench, and Miss Valerie pulled up and said, do you have anywhere to stay? And on that day, I can't remember what day it was cold, windy, and Miss Valerie brought me here. I said, God, thank you for bringing me here. He said, you'll be safe here. And then when I come here, I was fine. And now I don't feel safe here. I don't feel safe here, but God's protecting me. God's got angels all around me, watching above me, from above and watching me. And God's fixing to bless me with a tiny home. I know it. I feel it in my heart that He is. I don't do drugs. I have suicidal thoughts. I don't do drugs. When I see Pastor Moses, Pastor Monica, and y'all, it brings a smile to my face. But at night, I set my little shack behind closed doors to keep anybody from coming, these men from coming in. There's men out here I am terrified of because one just come in, like he stayed there, and putting his hands on me. I don't like it. So I grabbed Chaos. Her name is Chaos. She's a machete. I named her. And she's got that name for a reason. And Pastor Rob, I stuck it to his nose. Touched me like that again. I'm going to put it right through your face. And that was a promise. And I ain't seen him since. He stays away from me. But God don't intend for me to be here homeless because He's got something in store for me, and I know it, and I ain't gonna be here long.
This is only a passing through for you. You and I have talked about that a number of times. This is not where God intends for you to stay.
So this is not my permanent home. My permanent home is in heaven with God and walking with the golden streets with Jesus. That's why I got my hair cut today for Jesus. Look good for Him tomorrow, because tomorrow's Easter.
Have you made any friends out here?
I say, TJ, Tony, Brad's like my brother. I used to babysit that little knucklehead. He ain't so little no more. I look at him as my brother, as a brother. Deacon Darrell comes and checks on me, and I say, I don't have too much to do with Wayne and Amanda, much. And that's about it. That's the only friends I made.
So the way that you've come into the streets is because of a suicide attempt that failed over years of abuse that just simply God said, get up and walk out the front door. And that's how you wind up in the street.
Because I wasn't going to sit there and watch my ex-old man's brother nod out with cigarettes and burn his mom and dad's trailer down on synthetic heroin from methadone clinic. He just nods out and he'll have a cigarette. And him and his brother has disrespected their mom's home that she had left them before she passed away. My ex-old man's brother has got cigarette burners from one end of the trailer to the other from dropping cigarettes, not on synthetic heroin from a methadone clinic. And I wasn't gonna stay there and watch him do that, burn it down. Not on. And my ex-old man doing fentanyl and drugs and stuff. I wasn't gonna sit there and watch this. I wasn't gonna sit there and watch them kill themselves. Nope. You know, I come here and I'm seeing people die from this drug called fentanyl. It's the devil. It's a demon. It don't care who it takes. It don't care. And it breaks my heart to see these people do that drug because I don't want the mom and dad get the phone call I got from my son saying my baby got killed by a train, stuck under a train accidentally. That's why I cry when I see people down this fentanyl. The phone call their parents is going to get saying your son or your daughter's passed away for a drug called fentanyl. It's the devil. I want these drugs off of God's holy ground. I want these drugs off His premises because this is God's house. This is God's ground.
Mary, what's the most important lesson that you've learned out here?
Most important lesson I've learned out here is I thank God I don't do drugs. And the most important lesson I've learned out here is let this be a lesson to these people that are doing drugs. Get off of it. They can do it, but they don't want to. They ain't got the they got the willpower to do it, but they don't want to. And God's made me, I've never done drugs in my life. Never. Growing up as a child, as an adult, I can't do it. I can't bring myself that low to do that. Because I see what the drugs is doing to these people out here.
For somebody that's looking to think that this is an easy lifestyle, this is something that they may choose for themselves to live in the street, what would your advice to them be?
Get help. Go to a rehab. Get help. Get off this drug. Make something of your life. Y'all didn't do drugs. I know y'all they didn't do drugs growing up. I feel it in my heart they didn't. As a child, they didn't do these drugs, but when they grew up as adults, I guess they just chose the drug life. My advice to all of them is get off these drugs. Make something of your life. Do something in your life. Don't waste it away. Get help. Please get help. because they can have something in life if they get off these drugs and help themselves. They gotta want the help, but some of them out here don't want the help. They don't ask for it. All you gotta do is ask for help, and it's there. If y'all need it, if y'all want it. But if you don't want it, go ahead and let the devil have your soul. Because God don't want him to have your soul. He wants it. He wants those minds, body, and spirit. He wants all of y'all. If he can't have all of you, he don't want half. He wants all. He don't want y'all to turn to Satan. Because Satan's evil. He's mean. He's cruel. He don't care about y'all. God does.
What could you say? What are you willing to say for those who are dealing with the same kind of actions that their family is committed towards you? How can they overcome their own anger, their own betrayal? What would be your advice be to them to help them to overcome what they're dealing with emotionally now?
That scar never goes away. But you can forgive people that done it to you, because God is a forgiving God. But you can forgive your parents for being so cruel, so mean to you. Even your uncles, your aunts, your cousins. You can forgive them, but you'll never forget them scars, because them scars are there for eternity and permanent until you go home and be with God. But just don't let it happen. Stop it before it happens. Because if I could, I would have stopped it as a child, but I couldn't stop it because my grandmother wouldn't stop it. My uncle wouldn't stop it. My grandmother told me, to God will deal with him. But I wanted my dad punished. But God whooped him real hard for what he did to me. But those scars will never go away until you pass on to be with Jesus or wherever. Just don't let it happen. Get away from it. Don't let it happen. Stay away from people like that. Because they're evil, not good.
Amanda, when I heard about Amanda, just floored me.
God, man.
When I heard that they had found her in her tent, that she had OD'd on fentanyl. Her and her friend. I was like, I can't believe it.
Can you imagine the phone call their mama got?
No, I can't.
That chunk, that piece is gone and it'll never be mended.
Yeah.
By drugs or accidental death by a train. That's why till this day, when I hear a train, I hear a horn, I cover my ears and I scream to the top of my lungs because they took my baby away. They took him, that train took him away from me. And I hate the train till this day. And I said, God, I wish I had sticks and dynamite. I would blow these train tracks up. I need my family. I need my family. But they don't want to have nothing to do with me because I don't have this. I don't have cars. I don't have houses. That's why I have the people I get close to. That's my family. Because that's who I have. And that's all I gotta say.
You need your family. Mary, we appreciate you doing this interview with us.
Because like God says, a stranger can just be your family. It don't have to be blood or not blood. A stranger can be your family because they treat you better than your own family does. And Pastor Moses and his wife and you and Miss Diane have made me feel welcome, made me feel like family. And I thank God for y'all coming in my life. And I'm like, God, don't take away from me. Please don't take away from my life. Even though I might not be here, I might have to go stay somewhere else. But I'll be here every day to see y'all, to put that smile on my face and keep it. Because I wake up every morning and I'm like, God, let me see Pastor Robert, let me see Pastor Moses and Pastor Monica and Miss Diane. I look forward to Saturday to see Miss Diane because just brings us, y'all just bring a smile to my face.
Well, we love you. We
And
really
y'all
do.
just don't know how much I appreciate y'all and love y'all. That's why, as a child, I had to grow up fast. I didn't have a childhood. That's why when y'all see me, the child of me comes out of my heart. And that's where the child of me is in my heart. I act silly, I act goofy because I couldn't do it growing up as a child. At the age of 15, I had to grow up fast. I had to take care of my grandmother. Broke both of her arms. She'd go in the hospital. Doctor said, Miss Lee, we'll have to put you in the hospital. No, you ain't. I got a 15-year-old granddaughter, so she could take care of me because I raised her and took care of her. And I did. I grew up that fast. That fast.
Well, Mary, let's go get you something to eat.